Hey guys, welcome to ERA channel. My name is Oleg, and today we're gonna work on this Kingbull EX Titan. What I mean by working on it, I'm gonna swap the controllers, and here's the reason I will do that. I want to test it out to see if this bike will go faster on throttle only. So I do have full review video about this bike, which you can check link in description. And also, if you find this bicycle the one you want to buy, I'm gonna have also link in description with a special exclusive discount, which you can save a lot of money on this bike and support my channel. So please use the link and discount. This way you're gonna save the money if you decide to buy one of the Kingbull electric bicycle. So this bicycle is kind of special. You may want to watch the review video because I will go everything over this bike. Also, I have full assembly video in description as well. So let's say you decide to buy this bike. This bike out of the box can go 20 miles an hour on throttle only. As you can see in the review video, I tested, so the 20 would be the maximum, then the power would cut off. This is due to the settings in controller, which you cannot really change unless you're gonna change this controller. I have this controller already, which I'm gonna replace. I will show you how to replace it as well. So I don't recommend to do that because I like this bike as is. This bike is very comfortable to ride, very good suspension, rear and front. It comes with air shock. Everything about this bike is just nice. I like how it's rides, how fast it can go with the pedal. So with the pedaling, I got about 33 miles an hour off the camera based on the display, like 33.5, I think was the top speed. But based on the GPS, it was a little bit over 32 miles an hour, which is, I think, still very fast with the pedaling. It does come with a torque sensor. So I like this bike just as is, but again, if you decide to make this bike faster on throttle only, then I recommend to change this controller. So this controller should make it available, like go up to 35 miles an hour, maybe even faster. That's what the Kingbull told me, but we're gonna test it out after I change the controller and to see the difference. Maybe it will give you more kick to go in uphill as well, because this bike went uphill almost till the end, and then motor was cut off, probably due to overheating or maybe just too much abuse. Again, this bike is very powerful, and this bike actually designed to pedal. But we're gonna still make this change just to show you how this controller will make this difference. So let's get into it. So before you start to work on the bike, so you would need to remove the battery, which I already removed, as you could see on the video when I started this video actually. So I removed the battery, and the next step what you want to do is to turn the bike, and you just push the power button, okay, and just hold it. The screen might light up and then it will go down. That means you remove all the current from the system, so there will be no power, okay? So then you would need to have a kind of smaller size. It's a Phillips screwdriver, okay, like this. And you would need to remove these two screws, okay? And you would need to snap a few zip tie from another side. From underneath, you would snap this zip tie here, then for the motor, and here, and then you would unscrew the motor, okay? So you can unplug it as well. I'm going to do it later off the camera. So once the motor cable is disconnected, you basically just pull out, disconnect some of the cables before completely pulling out, because you don't want to pull very hard, because you need to unplug all these plugs. As you can see, this one is not plugged in. This was actually a plug for the power, which I disconnected already, okay? You basically just, you would need to plug it in to the new controller later on, but let me remove it and then what you do, you put everything back as it was before, and put this bracket back and reattach it with the two screw. That's it. And here's a little bit life hack, because it comes with a torque sensor. Okay, be very careful not to damage the wire, because you may damage the torque sensor. Very expensive to replace it's gonna be. So what you do next, don't pull out the controller. You basically pull a little bit this cable. You can see this flat cable. You just pull a little bit and disconnect it. Once you disconnect it, then you can pull out the controller completely and disconnect this cable as well. This is a motor cable, and it only have like 3 connections, and another one would be power cable you can connect at the end. So both of the controllers are going to be exactly the same. The only difference will be the settings inside the controller. This one CP, I think it's programmed to higher speed. So this one is a new one. This one is the old one. It's a 25 amp controller, okay, by Kingbull technology. So there will be no difference in appearance, and it should have the same basic power, but it is restricted by the settings, which they do by law, because they want to make the bike is street legal. So if you're okay with street legal, you shouldn't make any changes. If you want to make it off-road, like private road speed, which can go on throttle only more than 20 miles an hour, then you would need this new controller, which will be sold on the website, and I will have a link in description as well. So another tip, when you're replacing the controller, so first you would make sure you connect the motor cable before reattaching rest of it. Okay, so basically I already connected the motor cable right here, and also torque sensor underneath, and the power cord I connected. So all connected. But if you don't do this first, because the motor cable might be too short, you need to pull it up a little bit more. And I also unzip, I cut the zip tie right over here, which I'm gonna resecute later, so it will be easy to tighten up. This is a motor cable. Each cable will have arrow, so you need to locate the arrow. Let me show you under the sun. So here's the arrow. So you locate it on both sides on each cable and push it from both sides. That's how you need to attach those cables. With a motor cable, once you attach it, also it comes with a kind of protection over here, which you need to tighten up like a screw, like, you know. So you turn it on and it will attach, so it will not disconnect right away. Well, basically it's safety and also water resistance. And then you would use a zip tie to tighten them up as it was before. So it might be good to take picture before you remove it. Next step will be to secure this cover with the 2 bolts it came. Now I resecure this bracket and will secure the cable underneath, and also the motor cable over here, so to make sure it will not touch the wheel. And then I will insert the battery, turn on the bike, and see if the power is on. If the power is not on, it means this power cable got disconnected while you was installing this bracket. And then we're gonna go for a ride. The controller is switched to the upgraded one, basically new firmware on it. I know some companies allow you to do the upgrade through the app and so on, but this one a little bit different. Anyways, it was not that hard to switch. I'm gonna test it out for speed now. I'm gonna stop, switch to pedal assist level 5, and use the GPS to check as well. Throttle only. I'll do on the short road, then I'm gonna come back with pedals. Actually, we're gonna go straight to the long road. So 22, 23 on GPS so far, 24, 25. So it is going faster, of course. 27, wow, 28, 29, 29 so far, 30, oh wow, 31, wow, it is actually fast. Usually 1000 watt motor on this line would get like to 29, 30 miles an hour. And I'm not gonna go around like riding. I'm gonna go straight to the street to test it out for the longer road, because on the longer road we can get probably even faster. That's really gonna be difference. Okay, let's try it. And I will take it to the hill as well. Wow, 26, 27. It looks like this place still pretty accurate. 29, 30. On display I see 31 and a half, 32. Wow. Alright, so it looks like 31, 30, we reached 32 on GPS, 30, but with a more stable will be 31, which is very fast for 750 watt motor. I'm gonna try to pedal it and see if I can get faster. Let's see. Actually pedaling, I love this bike to pedal. So far 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So 33 was the top speed with good pedaling. So I'm gonna slow down so you can hear me probably. So 33 was the top speed when you pedal. It's not like I push the pedal hard actually, but I need to spin the pedals, so it constantly will trigger the torque sensor. The torque sensor actually pretty good on this bike. Some of them you have to push the pedal very hard to achieve certain speed. This one easy 32 can get. 33 would be probably the maximum. But again, I am weighed 215 pounds. So if you're a lighter person, your top speed with throttle will be a little bit higher. Probably 33, maybe 34 if you're a lighter person. But for me, 215 after breakfast, maybe even more. But still, this bike have a good power. So now we're gonna test for the hill. I actually rode here on throttle only, like about average speed was 31 miles an hour. So it's pretty nice, and what I like, it's very comfortable and very solid. It's going like, you don't really feel the speed. Sometimes you're going on the bike 25 miles an hour and it feels really fast. This one going 31, it feels like you're going like maybe 25 or less. So anyways, let's go and see how good on the hill, because last time actually it's made it not all the way up. It made like maybe 50 meters away or like something like that. I think this time we might do the same way, because usually when you do the speed, the power get reduced. So they put like either more speed in a sense, like to produce basically more RPM or whatever they call it, or the torque. So it feels like they put actually less to torque, only like going now 5 miles an hour. So it does lose power to climb the hill. Yep. Yeah, it's like made only half. So once you update the controller, let's see if I can pedal uphill, because sometimes it's produce more power. So it's actually made not as good as first time. First time actually got almost to the top with a pretty good speed, and then the power was like the motor would cut off due to the probably overheat, and it was much hotter than today. Right now it's about 80 degrees, maybe 85, so it's not as hot. And still, so again, just for you to know, if you're gonna do this change, it will increase speed, but it will reduce a little bit torque to climb the hill on throttle only, but it might still help you. Well, let's see how good it will be in uphill. So I'm gonna just pedal it. Okay. I could pedal before, like on gear number 3, about 11 miles an hour. So let's see how fast I can pedal now without really sweat a lot. So it's going about 40 miles an hour. I'm gonna switch to gear number 5. Actually, it's produced pretty good power, about 12 miles an hour, which is good. So 12 miles an hour actually feels like a bit faster than before. So actually 11. So it is actually, yeah, 11 miles an hour, and I already made it. I'm gonna turn around. So I guess you can climb the hill with the pedaling, and it's actually not bad as the front brakes start to squeak a bit, probably get contaminated. So I'm gonna park and tell you more tips how to upgrade this controller more smoother way with no issue. If you decide to change the controller change only for higher speed with throttle only. What I recommend to do, to buy the bike, don't buy the controller, ride it, see if you like it with pedaling only. Because for me, I was very pleased with the pedaling. This bike is very good. I would say very nice pedaling, comfortable suspension, smooth ride. It's come with a zoom fork, Tektro brakes, 4 pistons, Bafang motor 750, Kenda tires. Everything looks good and nice, bright headlight. So okay, if you decide to, so first steps, again I'm gonna go over so you remember what you do first, because I gave you a little bit different instruction before, but now I think this one will help you better. You remove the zip tie underneath, all the cables over here, okay. Then you remove the battery first, of course. You do the follow steps as I show you. Remove the battery, remove the current, and remove the 2 bolts, okay, and remove the bracket now. Then you disconnect underneath the cable for the torque sensor. It's a sync cable gonna find. Also disconnect the motor cable right there. You just unscrew it, and then you can pull it out and disconnect the power. Well, you don't really need to. Mine got disconnected while I was pulling out. If you do disconnect it, that's fine. If not, just keep it there. And then you just follow back and install the new one. That's it. And then once you insert the new one, before attaching the bracket back, make sure you attach the motor first, then you attach the torque sensor, and then attach the other cable and put it back. Attach the screws, make sure you tighten them up, 2 screws, and also if you remove the screws, they are very small, put them so you will not lose them anywhere, okay. And that's it. You don't really need to do anything. Maybe I didn't have to do because my speed was already up to 100%, but you might still need to go to settings, push plus and minus, and go to setting 8 P8 and change to 100. You might need password. So if you do need password, email the support. They'll send you special password to unlock the speed, and that bike will go fast. I got 33 miles an hour with the pedaling and 32 on throttle only now. Thank you guys for watching. If you find interest in this bike, check link in description. Currently it's like $2,099 and it's still on sale, I guess, but I have extra discount. I believe it's $300, but it's for limited time, and if you use my code, you're gonna save the money and also support my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video.